A changing world, globalization, technology. The media spreads information from one continent to the other in a flash, driving companies and governments to do business faster than ever before. The realities of an organization's operating environment can change in a moment's notice, and for a profession that strives to understand their organization's emerging risks and issues, being relevant is an absolute must for internal auditors. Denny Barron believes this so strongly that he's made it his personal message as IIA 2011-2012 Chairman of the Board. It's a theme he hopes the profession of internal auditing will rally round and embrace, one that will challenge us all to assess our relevance.
As you know, and I think we'd agree to, we as professional internal auditors have to remain relevant to our organizations. As well as the global IA, and each chapter and institute needs to remain relevant to their members by focusing on the value we are delivering each and every day.
For Denny Barron, being chairman of the global IIA is yet another unique opportunity for him to share his experience as an internal audit practitioner and IIA volunteer for the betterment of his profession. An opportunity to continue to embrace the IIA's motto of progress through sharing.
My priority for the coming year is really to engage our members, to really take time to hear their voice, to sit down with volunteers and leaders alike when I'm visiting chapters and institutes around the world, to get their perspective, their insights of how we can become more relevant in the years ahead, because we never, ever want to become complacent.
So why does Denny feel being relevant is so important for internal auditors? He recognizes the opportunities and risks presented in a rapidly evolving society, opportunities to provide immense value and the risk of becoming obsolete.
I think we all agree as internal auditors, every day we get up, we listen to the news or read the newspaper, the world around us is changing before our very eyes. I also think that the role of internal auditing is being transformed as well. The expectations that management, our governing bodies such as the Audit Committee, have of internal auditing is increasing each and every day. And this is really great news for the internal audit functions that are ready to meet this challenge. And as you think about it, the value proposition, it really centers around assurance, insight, and objectivity. Assurance that we provide as professional auditors to our management team and governing bodies related to governance, risk, and controls. The insight we provide by being catalysts, breaking down the silos within organizations, getting groups together to talk about common issues that can enable the company to become more effective and efficient. And last but certainly not least, our objectivity. Being independent of that organization and really holding true to our commitment to integrity and accountability really makes us a value add for an organization.
So how do internal auditors remain relevant? Denny says it starts with courage. Courage to stand up and have your voice heard, and the courage to look inward, to assess and ensure we are the best we can be, that we are always improving ourselves as professionals in today's complex business environment.
Internal auditors have got to have integrity and be committed to accountability in a meaningful way. We need to be willing and have the courage to tell management, our audit committees, the things that the companies are doing well, but more importantly, to have the courage to tell them these things need to be improved. And by doing so, they will see us as a valuable asset, an indispensable one, if you will, one that is relevant to that organization in helping management achieve their business objectives. I think in order for us as internal auditors to remain relevant to our stakeholders, we need to step back and constantly challenge ourselves and evaluate the skills we have. For example, a skill I think we need to look at. We need to be perceived as risk and control experts. Really the go-to people within the organization that management comes to for advice on those two key aspects. We need to be data wizards. We need to be able to utilize technology to develop meaningful exception reports or monitoring tools that will enable us to home in on the key areas of focus. Establishing relationships has always been important. I challenge all of us to build them on mutual trust and respect. So management or the audit committee, for example, are not hesitant to call and ask for our advice because they know we're there to help and they trust us. And at last, I think we need to be strategically focused. when management are rolling out new initiatives or new strategies. We need to be in early in the process, while the road is being built before the cement is dried. And if we can do so, I think we will be seen as an indispensable asset and one that is truly relevant to that organization.
But Denny feels there's more to being relevant than understanding one's own company or organization. It's honoring and understanding what bonds all practitioners together, the continuously evolving profession of internal auditing. As Global IIA Chairman, he hopes to set an example of how members can give back to their profession, and he hopes to inspire a new generation of internal auditors that will take an active role in shaping the future of the IIA.
If you think about the opportunities for the profession on a go-forward basis, one of our strategic goals is to be universally recognized as a profession. That goal needs to be embraced by all of us as members, just like our founding fathers had a vision back in 1941 when 24 of them got into a room and decided to form the Institute of Internal Auditors. We need to challenge ourselves to envision our future and be willing to invest the time, energy, sharing our talents to build that future. As we are upon celebrating our 70th anniversary, I think it's important to pause, step back, and reflect on our many accomplishments. I truly believe our founding fathers would be very excited and very motivated about how their vision has been transformed over the years to where we are today. We as members have the same responsibility to build for the future. The best way to accomplish this is to step back and assess our relevance.
So what drives Denny Barron to try and make a difference? What's motivated him over his lifelong career as an internal auditor to assess his own relevance to his profession and his company J.C. Penney? Joining the IIA in 1975, Denny was one of the first internal audit practitioners to become a certified internal auditor and demonstrate his commitment to professionalism and excellence. It was in those early years when he first showed passion for the profession.
For me, as I said, I've been involved almost over 30 years with the Institute of Internal Auditors in a variety of capacities. And it's been just a great experience for me, getting to know my colleagues around the world, sitting down around the table talking about challenging issues, and really walking away better equipped to exceed management's expectations and to ensure that our profession and our function that I work for remain very relevant.
Denny attributes his personal success and passion to early guidance from his parents, who encouraged him to assess his own values and choose a career and employer that are relevant to his personal principles of integrity and honesty. And for the past 40 years, Denny has made J.C. Penney, the IIA, and internal auditing his life's professional work. As Denny looks back on the long history of the Institute of Internal Auditors, he is inspired by former IIA leaders and their call to action.
In closing, I'd like to ask you to join me in embracing our theme. Assess our relevance. And if I may use some of the themes of our former chairman, if we're able to assess our relevance, I think we'll be better equipped to shape the future and continue our journey of achieving our potential to be recognized, trusted, and valued. By raising the bar, we will tell the world that we are keeping our promise to seize the moment and embrace the challenge, to provide value to our stakeholders and to our profession, to be perceived as assets that are relevant.
Denny Barron, 2011-2012 IIA Chairman of the Board. Assess our relevance. For more information about the Institute of Internal Auditors, visit www.theiia.org.